Here's just a brief tour of my 2008 SAAB 9.3. On the outside you can see this is a very clean design, no trim, no extra moldings where they don't need to be. Just a very, very beautiful, timeless design if you ask me. This is the 2.0 T model. This particular one comes with the 17-inch alloy wheels, which were an option. This one is fully loaded with everything including navigation. I just bought it a couple weeks ago. I love this car. In the front here you'll see my SAAB 97X, which used to be my daily driver. Look for a video of that coming up sometime soon. Let's hop inside. Here's the key for you. Some of my friends have said it looks kind of like a Mio or other water additive for flavored water. I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. So, hopping inside, you'll see we have pretty nice, clean interior. Apologize, it's a little dirty. I just got back from a long trip. We have black leather with real wood accents. Currently at 209 miles. When I got this car it had actually just 62,000 miles. I haven't even had it a month. I've driven it over 3,000 miles. We have navigation here. I have my auxiliary cord for an iPod, iPhone, heated seats, dual zone automatic climate control. Pretty much got everything. Sunroof up here. Let's start her up and see how she sounds. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with SAABs, the key's on the center console. When you stick the key in the ignition, you can hear a relay click on the panel, which will unlock the steering wheel. They say that this car is really, really difficult to steal, and I believe it, because I don't see where you could even hotwire this. So, just turn it on. We have a 2.0 liter turbo engine. Gauges say checking when you start them. We have our standard tachometer, speedometer, turbo gauge, engine temperature, and fuel gauge. Moving to the right here we have our navigation unit. These buttons here, this indicates if the passenger airbag is on or off. There's a scale in the seat which senses how much weight is there, so if there's a small child in the front seat it will either not deploy the airbag at all or deploy it at a lower speed. This is the brightness control for the instrument panel. This is the night panel button. So SAAB is concerned about glare at night, so if you have difficulty seeing, you're more likely to be in an accident. SAAB is all about safety. So if I press the night panel button, all these gauges just turn off and all the backlighting from them turns off too. It kind of is a really cool feature and it helps you see at night because there's no excessive gauges blinding your vision. Press the night panel button and it seamlessly turns back on. The button here is just blank. Then if we go down to the bottom one, this is the fun one. This is the sport mode. So if I press that, okay, I've got to be in drive. Then I can turn the sport mode on. It won't let me do it with my door closed. Or my door open, I'm sorry. There we go, sport mode. This makes the transmission shift a little bit differently. It just feels really lively in the sport mode. We have just a very tiny amount of storage space in this car, to be honest. It's hard to store all your things. But, oh well, I love this car, so I'm willing to make a sacrifice for less storage space. Coming down to the center console, we have manumatic shifting, so I can select the gears I want to be in. It's a little more fun. I don't really use it very often, but if you really wanted a manual but could only get an automatic, I can see how you'd love this. Emergency brake. Just pull it like that. And then one of the cool SAAB features is the cup holder. SAABs have always had these super quirky cup holders, and this car is no exception. Watch this. Just flies out of nowhere. And I'll tell you, in my last SAAB, I was on a date once, and I had nothing to talk about. Flipped the cup holder out. Suddenly, we started talking about my car, and the date went really well after that. Girls love the cup holders. We go onto the side here, we have aluminum trim on the glove box, wood trim on the doors, leather stitch. For those of you who are big on interior quality, believe it or not, every single plastic in here is soft touch, except for down here. Every single plastic you can touch in here is soft touch. It's really nice. I know some reviewers ding this car for its interior quality, but I don't see what they mean. It's a very nice package. Everything fits well. It's very tight. I couldn't be happier with the interior, to be honest. One of the things I really like on the steering wheel is the perforated leather. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but it actually adds a really nice tactile feel. Here we have our info screen where we can scroll through and see all the settings and the averages for the vehicle. Unfortunately, due to traffic, my average miles per gallon is a little low, but I went on a long trip in this car and I averaged well over 30 miles per gallon. This car is very efficient. I've just about doubled my gas mileage from my SUV. Let's hop in the back here and take a look at that. The rear seat room in here is a little tight. I mean, it's not too bad. I had 3 people in here on a trip, and they didn't say it was too bad. I mean, it's not as big as, say, a Taurus or an Impala, but it's decent. It's a little cramped, but the Swedish do package their cars well, so I guess it's a little more comfortable than the space would suggest. We do have a nice center armrest here, along with a ski pass-through. I would show you the trunk, but my trunk is just a little bit dirty right now. This car does have the Bose center point surround system, and I can tell you it's a great system. This car has memory seating and power seats for both the driver and the passenger. You have HID headlights with fog lamps front and rear. There's actually only one rear fog lamp on this car, which is kind of interesting. I'll show you that in just a moment. This is our single rear fog lamp. With the tail lights. They say these resemble ice blocks. I'm not sure what they resemble, but they're kind of cool. I like how they're clear, which is unlike most American cars. Up front we have our xenon headlights, LED accent bars, and fog lamps. Interestingly, on this car, fog lamps you can only get with xenon headlights, which I kind of don't like that, but I'm glad I got the xenons. Let's take a look under the hood real quick. Now, I apologize, I have not washed the underhood of this car yet. I have not washed the engine or anything under here, so it is a little dirty, but you can see the turbo here. The 2.0 liter turbo engine with a high pressure turbo. Moves out real nice. 0 to 60 times for this car. People say mid 6-second range to 7 seconds, depending on where you read. It feels quick enough. I mean, it's not the fastest car in the world, but it's definitely as much fun as you can have on your daily commute you can have in this car. There'll be plenty more videos to come on this car. I love it. I just got it like a month ago, like I said. So I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more of this. Take care.